Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I thought I would show you something that I have just discovered, which I think is absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure you'll agree. We need the butterfly Gala and the coordinating punch, and you're going to stamp this image and punch it out and colour 8 of them. So you've got 8 of the large and 8 of the small. Now, I was watching, this is not my idea, I was watching a video from Jennifer Maguire, who is an amazing crafter, and she was doing something with a plastic wreath template that that you can buy. Now, as you know, I have made this one on our grid paper. If you haven't seen it, then have a look down below. I'll put a link to it. If you're a subscriber, you will have seen this and how I made it. Very simply using our grid paper. So, what we're doing is we are going to make a wreath, but we're going to use the images that we've punched and stamped out from the butterfly Gala. So what I need first of all is, which I haven't already cut, which I should have done, is I need a piece of, we'll do a 4x4 and we'll do a 6x6, a 5x5 and a 4x4. So I'm just very quickly cutting down using our trimmer the thick Whisper White. I like using this because it's nice and sturdy. And so we've got a 5x5 and we'll do a 4x4 as well. So that's the two sizes that we've done on our grid. And then we can do the large butterfly on one of them and the small butterfly on the other. Okay, so you've got your two pieces of cardstock, a 4x4 and a 5x5. So we'll start with the 5x5. And what I've done is, you can see I'm only using the Stamparatus as a platform. I've put the guide in on there. And I've just weighted it down with the magnet. You can tape it down. You can put it flat on your work surface. You don't need the Stamparatus for this. I'm just using it as a platform. You want something sort of fairly flat because this is going to go outside. So we're going to put our 4x4 down like this. And then what you're going to do is you are going to punch out literally a template. All right, so this is literally just punched out of a scrap of paper, little piece of washi tape on it, and we are then going to position it where we want it. So I want this butterfly to be right at this corner like this. So then you just stick it down onto the washi tape, and we can then take the first of our butterflies. And as I say, I've done 8 of them. Colour them in however you want. Put a dimensional on the back. Peel it off. You can hold it down with one hand. Put your template where you've got it. Put your butterfly in. And then carefully remove your template. Now, because obviously it's punched, it is very, very exact. So you have to sort of like wiggle it out a bit, but you've then got the first one. Then you're going to do exactly what you do normally with when you're actually on the Stamparatus, and you're going to turn it one corner. Again, take your next one. Take the dimensional off. You can hold it in position, because you're literally just putting the template down once it's down and you've got your image lined up inside the template. you can then, it doesn't matter if it wiggles round because you've already stuck it down with dimensional, and then you can just slide your template off and turn it round again. Oops, make sure my template's not sitting in the way. Get the next one. Oops, make sure I haven't got my dimensional in the way. I quite like using the Stamperators as a platform, but you can put it straight onto your work surface and just tape it down. Put this one on here, like that. And then ease the guide off. Like that. Turn it round to the next one. Like that. Put it back down again. Pick up your next one. And you can always do this. I mean, you can, the possibilities are endless, depending how many different punches or dies you've got. You can just literally put things straight in, and you can excuse my little dog. There's obviously somebody outside the front at the moment, and she's having a little bit of a bark. She's sometimes quite quiet, but it's the weekend and you get lots of people wandering up the road, so she has a little whinge and a bark. Okay, so we're going to take the next one. As I was saying, you can use your any punches you want. You can use any dies you want. And use this. Just make yourself a template. And just pop it in. Like this. In on here. Like that. And then pop that one up, turn it round. I just absolutely love the way that they stand up beautifully. So, and the fact that they will just look beautiful on a card. So let's get the next one out. And as I say, I thought I would try. This is obviously the first one that I've done. I did one as an experiment to see if it would work with just some white copy paper, and it did, so I was really pleased. So I thought, right, okay, let's do this with the butterfly Gala, because I absolutely love these butterflies, and I think the way they just stand out a bit are beautiful. But I thought I would try the lovely dog punch, because I think the dogs will look beautiful. Flowers obviously are a said. Any flower dies or punches that you might have will work perfectly with this. And as I say, you don't have to go out and buy a wreath builder. You can use the grid paper, make your own, and there you are. It's a little bit slidey, and that's only because I've laminated my mask and I'm literally just using this. If I put it down on a work surface, it wouldn't be quite so slippery. However, you don't really need to be, you can hold it as I've just done here with one hand. Just put your template down where you want and then put it in so it goes in like that. And then, as I say, just sort of ease it off. And there we go. And how about that? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Mount it onto whatever you want. Put your sentiment in the centre. Absolutely lovely. So, really pleased with that one. Let's have a go at doing a 4x4. Okay, so this is a bit smaller. So that will go on there. Let's take this template out, and we want to use the little butterfly this time. So I think I want, now I'm probably going to have to do this on a slightly bigger piece of paper, because I want it right off the side here. Or do I like them at an angle, so I like the first one to be at a bit of an angle. So let's just put it down. Put it down there and just see. You could put it nearer, or further away. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so we've got the first one in on there. Let's take those out. As I say, I've no idea how this one is going to go because I've only done one as an experiment, but it's just such a lovely idea. And because we have so many really nice dies and punches that you can, you know, colour an image, and you don't necessarily even need to do dies. You can do something and just cut it out. So let's just turn this one round here, get the next one. And I probably could have put this nearer in, I think. I'm not sure. We should just have to have a little look and see. So let's just pop that in there, because that's going to come off. That'll be fine. What I might do is to have several of these. Let's take it off there. Do I like it that way? Or I think I'm going to do it slightly differently. Let's just take these off and we'll do it square at the front. Let me just see if I can ease these ones off. It might not work. Oops, perfectly. Is that one going to come off? Just. It's left a little bit of a mark, but that's okay because this is only an experiment just to show you. So I know our dimensions are so sticky. I'm just going to turn this over just to do it as the experiment, and I want to get it a bit nearer, so this is just a little bit too far away. So let's take this one and let's put it down fairly centered, I think. Let's do it this way and see what that'll do. So start again on here. And we'll put this, you can line it up, put that one in there, take it round that way, slide it out. As I say, they are a little bit tight because obviously it's a punch, so you need to sort of slide it out just a little bit. This is, the smaller ones are a little bit more difficult, so there's me wiggling around. Come on, out you come. That's better. Okay, so we've got that one that way. We then need to turn it round. That's not going to work, is it? Because that's in on there. That's there. Because I brought it down too far, I think, on this. I think I need to move this. Will it work on there? It should do, shouldn't it? Let's just do it on every 4 on there, and then we'll move the other ones in a bit, I think. As I say, it's going to be playing around with it, and as I always say, I come up with the idea of using this template, and it's then a matter of working out what works and what doesn't. So I'm just going to take this round in 4, and then I'm going to swap it, I think. So let's take one of these and see. Say the larger one has worked absolutely perfectly because it was actually outside of the template, whereas this one is just inside, so I needed to have moved it out a little bit for it to have worked right the way round. But and as I say, it is a little bit more fiddly on the smaller things. So let's just see. I'm sure we can work this round a little bit, and I think we just need to wiggle it about a bit. So let's pop this one in on there. Okay, and get that one out. Okay, so we've got 4. So I'm going to take this off now, and I'm going to move it onto our diagonal. And then I'm going to put the next butterfly, I think right in the middle like that. So let's see if that will. Now that's where I need to get the punch the template a little bit longer so that it will work on there. So let's just do this while we're at it. So we need to have that with a longer piece on there, don't we? So let's get the punch, and let's punch out another one. So we want it to sort of come there so it can go out on the outside. So let's just take, because we don't actually need the two bits on there. So I've just punched this one out like that, and then I'm just going to cut it up here and cut it up on that side, because it only needs to be the size of the mask that we want. And then if I put that, that's where we want that butterfly to go. So if I put the mask in there like that, because we want it slap bang in the middle, so let's put that in there just like that. In fact, I'm going to stick it down first. Let's do this in, as I said, I tend to work, probably as a lot of you do, a little bit cack-handed sometimes, and you turn around and you go like, oh, do I do it this way? Do I do it that way? That's what crafting's all about, in my opinion. You know, you play around with ideas and things and work it out how you think it's going to go. So this one, we're going to put just in the centre there, in between the two. Okay, so we like that there. So let's put the template in over the top so it lines up perfectly. And then we can get the bit of washi tape. I can use that bit that's there. So line it up where we want it on the grid. Put that down there, and let's put the washi tape up across like that. Okay, so now we can go. Might just fold that back just a little bit. So we're going to do these ones just on the diagonal. So let's take it up on the other diagonal. Pick up our little butterfly. And as I say, I've done this one just completely circularly. What I could have done is to have done it just slightly. Right, let's make sure that that's coming where we want it. Slap bang in the middle. Pop this one in on here. So I probably would have added a few more on this. As I say, this hasn't worked as well as I thought it was going to on the other one. But again, that's my fault, because this is all still fairly new to me. So I've am I going to have any sticky on that? No, I think I need to put another bit of dimensional on down. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue actually, because I ripped that dimensional off. Still got a little bit of height on it, but I just want a little bit of glue on there to just add a bit of, oh, is this one empty? Probably. Let's take, have I got another one out? Got it on the other desk, I think. Let's just get the last little bits of, come on. No, that one has finished. Have we got another one in here? I'm faffing about now, but that's what we tend to do sometimes. And as I say, you can always whiz past this bit to the end to just have a look and see, but some of you I know just follow through because you enjoy all my my boobies and things that I keep putting through on there, because as I say, boo-boos and stuff and little mistakes and things are all part of crafting. I don't know anybody who, well, I'm sure there's some people that can actually craft and not make little mistakes. Me, I'm always crafting live, and you can see all of the real. I need to put my right. Let's get the old pokey tool out of here and give this just a little bit of a wiggle. There we go. And I just need to take just a bit in there. It's got, there we go. You could see it's just got a little bit that had stuck. It was incredibly warm yesterday. Quite an unusual thing to have in the end of March, but it was absolutely lovely. And the temperature in the part of the UK I'm in went up to 17 degrees, which is just completely unusual for this time of year. It should be that's it. It should be about 12. So I spent yesterday in the garden. I thought it was lovely. Right, now we've got that little bit in there. Okay, so let's just pop this down on there. Need to put that, make sure it's straight in between. There's a little bit of a wiggle on this one, so I think I would probably, with this, make it a little bit shorter at the top, because it is a little bit it's a little bit higher. So it's not going to defeat me. I'm going to finish this one off. So let's take it up to the other little end on here, up to our little point. Yeah, that should really be right the way across on the other side as well, so that the hinges is as accurate as you can, because I'm not sure how accurately this is going to come out, because my hinge is a little bit too long. So but it gives you the idea. I always say I just try and give people ideas for them to go away and then have a go, and hopefully if I've done all of the mistakes and the boo-boos and stuff like that, then when you go like, oh, okay, that's why that doesn't work. That's just a little bit bigger. Anyway, right. So as I say, on this, what I would do is to make sure that that is right the way across on there, because then if it's across, it's completely as it should be. But you can see you've got a really pretty little one on here, which again you could actually take our circle dies and cut that out and use that as a centerpiece. I'm not going to do that now. I just wanted to show you this very easy, in fact far easier than I thought it was going to be when I first had a look at it, using our grid paper, our small grid paper, the template, which is really easy to do. And as I say, you can create absolutely beautiful die cuts and stamps that come out. This was the first one that I actually did just to see how it worked, and I did it in white and just punched them out, and I thought this would actually look quite nice with some silver embossing as an anniversary or a wedding card. So hope you enjoyed it, hope you find it useful. Do have a go, and thanks very much for watching me. Bye bye.